Welcome to the Fear and Greed Afternoon Report for Monday, the 26th of June, 2023. I'm Sean Aylmer. Every afternoon, we've got the 5 stories that happened today that you need to know about. Story number 1, the S&P ASX 200 closed down 0.3% today to 7,079 points. That's a new 3-month low. There weren't many big falls, just many falls. All the big banks were lower, with National Australia Bank worst of the lot, down more than 1%. The big miners were lower, so too Telstra. The retailers were mixed, while WiseTech Global jumped nearly 1%, and Cloud Accounting Group Xero was up 1.7%. It was a bad day for the coal miners, the Star Entertainment Group, and Qantas. The best performer was Metcash. More on that shortly. Gold stocks also rallied, reflecting fears about the global political outlook. Market leader Newcrest Mining closed up more than 1%, and Northern Star Resources was up close to 2%. Story number 2, Metcash has defied the trend of bad news from retailers, announcing record annual sales and earnings. Metcash supplies 4,000 retailers in the IGA and Foodland networks, as well as Mitre 10 hardware stores and bottle shops Celebrations, IGA Liquor, and Bottle-O. Not only did sales grow in the year to the end of April, but also in the 7 weeks since, and that sent Metcash's share price up 4.5% today. Food sales were much higher, in part thanks to inflation, though Chief Executive Doug Jones says this year there's been a shift in shopping to more budget-conscious products, and he called out the tax burden in Victoria in particular. The best performer of the group, though, that's of the Metcash group, was Total Tools. That's a business. Its sales are up 60%. Story number 3, PwC Australia intends to identify anyone who has done anything wrong once the firm finishes its internal investigation into its tax leaks scandal. Acting CEO Kristen Stubbins said the firm had already identified 4 people who were directly involved with the confidentiality breach, along with others who were directed to go on leave. Stubbins said PwC has engaged 2 external law firms to help with the investigation, adding that the tax leak scandal was caused by a small part of the firm's tax practice. It also emerged that the firm only began a deep investigation into what went on 6 weeks ago, even though this has been in the news for several months and going on, or at least it's been known about, for quite a few years. Story number 4, Appen's share price tumbled 12% today after its chief financial officer resigned without warning. Investors don't like the unexpected, especially in companies like Appen, which is promising a great future thanks to artificial intelligence, but has still yet to produce the goods. What's worse is that the CFO, Helen Johnson, only started in the job 2 months ago. The company said Johnson had resigned for family reasons. Appen's share price tumbled early this year after downgrading revenue and earnings forecasts. In May, the company said it would cut 20% of its workforce and announced a new strategy based on artificial intelligence. Its share price went on a run, jumping 75% in about 3 weeks. That peaked out beginning of this month. Now it's almost back down to where it was ahead of the run. And finally, story number 5, China's consumer-led economic recovery is showing signs of faltering, triggering new calls for more economic stimulus. Much of the world economy depends on China, few economies more so than Australia, but official data released over the past few days show that domestic travel spending for the Dragon Boat Festival holiday was lower than pre-pandemic levels, home sales are below levels of previous years, and estimates for June car sales are lower than a year ago. The rebound in consumption after China dropped its COVID controls has propelled growth so far this year, but alas, confidence is weak and evidence is mounting that the economy may need more help, according to Bloomberg. After the central bank cut policy rates earlier this month, economists raised their expectations for more monetary and fiscal stimulus, and state-run media outlets have also published a series of articles in recent days highlighting possible avenues of support, but they're yet to arrive. That's it for the afternoon report for Monday, the 26th of June, 2023. Michael Thompson and I will be back tomorrow morning with a Tuesday edition of Fear and Greed. I'm Sean Aylmer. Enjoy your evening.